Howdy, howdy. So I'm right here, but I don't have a good setup right now. So bear with me. But I figured that there was something very like right now-ish about this part two. I'm still talking about the our keeping up the good work. Recently, I don't know where this really came from, but it just clicked. And there's something about having a lot of people hating on you, which is some bull swanky. Um, I really get that you kind of just been doing your own thing. You don't really care about what's going on, but everybody else care about what you got going on. So, I mentioned that I had some questions, some questions that maybe we could talk about um, to really bring things into perspective to get a little bit more of a clear message, clear picture here. I'd like to start off with that though. Why people are gonna just trying to get you on your bad side, like trying to get you off guard, pretty much. It really threw me off. I've already cleansed my room, my space. Um, got a fresh mind. Did a little bit of reading, um, which I do believe that everybody, even if it's just for like 5 minutes, just something, a little portion, because it kind of takes you away from whatever may be going on for you. But it's also if you have a good book, um, then it's almost like you get to experience life from a different perspective. And sometimes that helps you clear up what you're doing for yourself too. Yeah, highly suggested. Highly suggested. Okay. So to begin with, I got the chariot here. From what it seems, you have like this the way you balance life out is just really freaking insane to some people. Like they don't know how you do it, how you stay so calm, or when you do get mad, how like you're able to kind of like let it go so easily. You kind of like even when other people are upset, it's almost like they can't stay mad at you. They there's no reason to stay mad at you. Um, and they end up calming down themselves. I get that like your energy is really potent, really strong, but also so magnetic. Like you could be in a full crowd of people and the person like that, that's walking into the room will notice you and then just be like, "Who is that? Like what? Why are they so chill? Why are they so like with everything going on in here, they're just like sitting like you might be sitting down or standing in the corner, just admiring everything, not even like really engaging with anything, but still smiling, so peaceful. This comes off wrong to some people that think that society has norms. And I think that's where you're kind of like, wow, and then the Hierophant comes out as I say that. That's crazy. Exactly. So I don't know if I can, let's see if I can show you this. I don't want to pick my phone up because, like, my room is not how I want it to be. I'll say that much. So you got the Page of Wands in reverse. Then the Hierophant comes up and the Death card. We can talk more about that in a second. But the Page of Wands, basically, like, you have your own way of doing things. You really don't give two flip-flopping friggers. Confirmation, my dog is dreaming. He just did a little yap. You don't give a ding dang darn about what is going on, outside of you finding your own way. Now I get that, like, you do have a big heart and you are like very ambitious. Like, you like to, the way that you see the world is out of this world. Like, seriously. And with that Hierophant card, it seems like whomever these people are, they're really trying to get you to see, like, you can't do it that way. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And truth be told, I think that what's the word, depiction, is like literally dying out with the Death card. Like, they're starting to see that you, oh my goodness, I think he's up, but he's like trying to tell me what to do. He probably wants to, probably he's hungry. Man, this dog, he be like, he's got a routine himself, and if we don't follow it, he'll tell us something fierce. I respect it though, but at the same time, you better calm down, mister. Wait, stop. No, for real. But yeah, so I get that there's possibly at least one or two people that kind of just see that the way that you're doing things is not how they would do it. And so it's really just ticking somebody off. And one of those people is becoming really exhausted trying to step on your toes. But this other person, like they would do anything to like get in your way, but at the same time they can't think of anything to do to stand in your way because you don't think like everybody else. So there's a big end to a cycle, because you make, oh, and then the World card comes out. What the floaters? There's an end to a cycle coming in here. Oh my gosh. And it's like, it's coming in really fast. Like, no one's gonna expect it. No one's gonna know what to do when it happens for you. Like, this really like great stuff. And in fact, they might actually feel like they're missing out. Like that that they're not gonna get you back. But like, in both ways, like there's nothing that they can do to really like tip you off anymore. um whatever was, making them feel good about what they were doing, which none of it is good from what I'm getting here. Since things are not going as planned for them, is kind of fading. There's this level of scarcity that I'm getting with the Four of Swords. Like, you're keeping people up at night, but you're not doing anything. Like, the Chariot right here, it's a lady sitting in her, she's actually in a wheelchair, with her two dogs in front of her, just relaxing, just smiling. I'm certain that she's like looking out at the nature or something like that. Surrounded by a park, pretty much. Like, there are trees and there's a river right next to her. Completely like in her own world. Like, that seems like a form of meditation itself right there. That is you. You are just doing your thing. and they don't like that you're just so at ease when you should be stressed out. Like, your life, you still got stuff to do, you got bills to pay, you got issues at work, you got issues at home, you got all of these different things. So why aren't you bothered by it? And truth is, why would you be? Why would you be? So right here with this Knight of Cups in reverse, I feel like these people really don't know what it means to love themselves. And they see you doing that work. You putting in work. Work, 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 work. Working on my ears. But you're killing it, bro. You're like unstoppable. And it's really like it's making them feel the word that just popped into my head was inadequate. Like they just don't feel like they can really like be themselves. Like they got to put on some kind of reputation to appeal to everybody else. And you're like, why do they have any say about what's going on for me? Like, brother, go on somewhere, get your own life. Get your own life. Your energy is potent. Sorry, hold up, y'all. Bam. Shabuya. All right. That's really all I gotta say about these people, like to begin with. Well, there is another question on here, and it says, what does the enemy expect to achieve from hurting you? But if you, well, I mean, you can't really say anything. I got 1222, and then I got 1223. They popped up right in front of me. Well, I guess they're like right next to each other, so I'm not surprised. Oh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's start off with what's going on for you, home skillet. And then we can talk. Ooh. And then we can talk a little bit more about, maybe staying away from this kind of energy, like this toxic behavior, these toxic traits that people are just trying to project onto you. We can talk a little bit about that question, but truth be told, they're not really the goal here. Wow. So the next question is, what is my tribe meant to build once we heal? And I thought that was just impeccable, amazing, amazing. And then the first, and then the first thing to come out was the 8 of Wands, which is about momentum, things happening, at a rate, at a quicker rate, things progressing pretty much. And right next to that came out the 3 of Cups. So exactly what I literally just said. Like the tribe is actually probably closer than you even realize. And again, this message about, doing pretty well for yourself. So as long as you continue in that direction, making your positive, intentional moves for your lifestyle, then, ooh, and then, yeah, I got fruit on this picture too. So like bringing your goals to fruition is really, it's bringing in people that you wouldn't have even expected to be a part of your life. But truth be told, you probably feel the most like yourself around these people. Some of you might even have some of these people around you Um, sorry. And the connection just feels like unbreakable. Like you both know how to like kind of like pretty much listen to one another when things are going on. But even when things are going on, you're still able to kind of make it easier for one another, whether this be one person or maybe a whole group of people. Um, you know how to laugh things off. What else you got for me, Spirit? Okay, so I feel like maybe beforehand you just like you stuck to yourself or even ignored making connections, making friendships or anything like that. Something here about uh feeling like people weren't trustworthy, feeling like people were taking you as some kind of dummy, making you look stupid. And this is like completely turning around with these new relationships coming in. Um, yeah, nine of Pentacles. Um, so you'll start to notice that, um, like there is. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go take care of my baby. Now everyone's eating, including myself. They happy, satisfied. I already knew what he wanted. That reminds me. You probably got um I wouldn't say it's bossy, but more like a method to your madness. And so when things aren't really when you feel like you're not being heard or when things just aren't really working the way that you expect them to work, or maybe not expect, more like the way you pictured it would work or thought it would. Even when plans change, you seem to change with it. But basically with these people, your new group, your tribe, excuse me, sorry, that'll be the complete opposite. Like even when things like start to go buck wild, it'll almost be like everybody has um a plan and you're all able to really hear each other out, just like taking the opinions and figuring out what would work and then kind of combining things and making it like into something you completely didn't even like see it becoming, but it definitely worked. So there's a lot of teamwork here. um there's this Seven of Swords in reverse, which is actually about like deception and stuff like that, but I guess in this reverse position it kind of feels more like putting your ducks in a row, like building. I guess you're becoming like soldiers, like building an army pretty much of like-minded people. um and with that Nine of Coins, it is it's blossoming really well. Like these people will be able to like you'll be two peas in a pod. The way that everything starts to kind of just fall into place is going to be like extraordinary. I feel like there's a lot less worry with this tribe than it is with your current situation. A lot less worry. And it almost seems like these people, the obstacles, the ops pretty much, that seem to be standing like, or trying to stand on your toes, step on you and stuff like that, make you feel small, might have actually been people that were kind of close. Like they were there in the beginning, but that doesn't mean that they were good for you from the beginning, or maybe even at all. Let's see. What's that from? Da 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 da. Is that McDonald's? No, that's ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my gosh. Now I'm be thinking about that. Where the heck did that come from? Like, okay, if you know, please let me know, cause like that was so random. I'm kind of just humming. Oh, my Atlanta. They here, y'all. They out here. Probably not, honestly, but it is pretty late right now. It's about 9 o'clock where I is. Okay, so there's a little bit of stop. You know who it is. Hey, enough. Sit down. No. God. All right. I'm sorry. Ugh. Dang. As I was saying, I'm gonna have to cut this a little short. We can talk more about it later. I'll give you one more good card. Or spirits, can you give us one more card that'll like give us some good deets? Let's see. Eight of Swords in reverse. If you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling like lonely, or like things haven't been working out for you, or aren't in any way you feel like things aren't going to work out for you, you're highly mistaken. Eight of Swords in reverse is almost like being pulled out of the fire. Like God had you in the oven cooking for a little bit, and it was getting a little hot, getting a little steamy. Well, guess what, baby? You about done. And it is going to work out way better than you even realize. I'm not gonna go too much further with this. But I hope that in some way this helped you or gave you some kind of assurance that you're not in this alone, and that your brain is certainly suitable to somebody. I love y'all. Keep doing great things, and I will talk to you later. Bye.